This is a little info session about California poppy. Um, California poppy is this plant here with this orange flower here. This is an unripe seed pod. California poppy can be grown in a lot of different areas. I am in northern Wisconsin. It grows wild on the west coast. It is a reseeding annual here. It will, if I allow these seed pods to go to seed, it will reseed itself and grow itself again next year. California poppy is a nervine. It is in the poppy family related to poppies, opium poppy, oriental poppy. Definitely has sedative qualities to it, really helping to calm and sedate the nervous system. While I'm using the word sedate, it is not nearly as strong as opium poppy for that function. I use it for anxiety related nervous system stuff. So anxiety in some ways is an overactive nervous system, tending towards nervous activity. I think that would be how I would describe anxiety. So also can be used for people who have like sensitive bodies, where the bodies are taking in too much sensation, and that's overstimulating the body, causing overstimulation of the nervous system or nervous energy related to that. This is like I said, it can reseed itself. It can be hard to establish by seed, hard to grow by seed, because the seeds need to stay moist as they are germinating. So the key is to sow it early in the spring directly in the ground is great. It can definitely be started by seed and then transplanted, but the way that I do it is to put it in the ground early in the spring, and get it started that way. Covering it with hay to keep it moist if it's not wet enough. But you could also scatter seeds on a fairly weedless patch in the fall, and then it'll germinate itself, and that's probably the technique that I'm going to use this year. There's a little toad in my garden next to the California poppy over there. So harvesting, you can harvest like all of the aerial parts. So if I was going to harvest this, I would break off some of these top parts, including the flowers and the seed heads, the immature seed heads. Really at any stage, the seeds are medicinal as well. Definitely want to get some flower in there. So I'm going to break off these top parts, and then really, it's a really great medicine to use as a tincture. It can definitely be used in a tea as well, but because I don't have a lot of this plant growing, I'm going to put it into a tincture. If I was living in a place where it was more prolific, if I was living in the West Coast, I would dry a lot of it and I would use it in teas as well. So I'm removing the flowering tops. I'm going to take off this seed head. It'll produce more seeds later. And I'm going to put these in alcohol. I'll put them actually in a blender, and then I will blend them up and add the organic cane alcohol, which is my preferred alcohol of choice. I'll use plenty of water for this one. I tend to do lower alcohol tinctures for cost, also because a lot of the plants that I use, most of the qualities are water soluble qualities, and I'm primarily using the alcohol for preservation. So this alcohol content for this one will probably be around 30% alcohol, 70% water. So this is California poppy. If you need help sourcing seeds, you can reach out to me, Minarda Thrasher, and I'll help you source seeds.